Hey everybody, I'm Jake Heavy Metal, and it is about an hour and 15 minutes away from being 2020, the year 2020, New Year's, basically. Man, it's hard to believe it's almost here, only an hour and 15 minutes. By the ball drop in New York, of course. Oh, what a year. What a year. I guess the real question is for really everybody, I'm guessing, is how are we going to what differences in or how are we going to treat 2020 that we didn't treat 2019? What kind of changes are we going to make? Are we going to are we going to make the same shitty ones that we made in 2019? Are we going to do better for ourselves in 2020? Who knows but us? And some of us don't even know that. Um, Myself, there's some pretty cool opportunities that are actually opening up for me. Um, actually, they opened up for me 2019, but I had a lot of stuff to do. So, uh, but in 2020, I am going, there's some stuff that's been pushed aside. So it gives me a clear path to those, and I'm going to jump on them. You know, I did a lot of thinking in this year about things, and yeah, it's time to do some stuff. Some hard decisions, and uh, just so many things. I'm sure you guys can relate. Sympathize here, because I'm sure there's things that you guys have been thinking about this year. I mean, how could you not? You guys work. You guys have people you got to take care of. Maybe it's just you, but sometimes it's hard to take care of yourself. um, oh, bills, bills, always bills to pay. No matter where you are, no matter what you're doing, always a bill to pay somehow. Um, I think that's like the signature of living. You gotta rent or buy the house. You gotta pay the lights, electricity. You gotta buy the bed you sleep in. You gotta buy the pillow that you lay under. Everything. I mean, and then there's some people that just don't give a shit, and they go from 2019 to 2020 with just saying it's another day, which it is. New Year's Day is just another day. New Year's Eve is just another day. But the way of anti-depression is not looking at it that way. I mean, it is always another day, whether it's a birthday, your birthday, whether it's Christmas, Martin Luther King Day, Valentine's Day, Thanksgiving, New Year's, New Year's Eve, Christmas Eve. It doesn't matter. It's always another day, but people celebrate it. They're happy when they get money, but it's just another day that they got that money. Doesn't matter. So when people say it's just another day, you know, what does that really mean? It's obvious. It's just plain logic. Um, it's just like it'll be what it'll be. I mean, there's thousands of ways to say it, you know. But I think that's what causes depression. But man, I can't believe only an hour away, or a little more than an hour. But yeah, it's hard to believe another year. Honestly, I didn't think I would see another year. Honestly, I didn't. At least not in this manner, in this way. I didn't think so. Um, Hopefully after 12 o'clock. I don't know if I'm going to make a video after right after this one. I'm hoping to, but if I don't, I'll try to make a video like maybe 12:30, 1 o'clock, maybe 1:30. I don't want to do it too late. I mean, after all, it is New Year's Day. I had a good day too. It was a really good day. It was busy. It was noisy. That's why I really didn't make a video. It was pretty noisy. Um, I like to enjoy the day with the family. I love that part. It's always insane and always so entertaining for me. Um, but yeah, like I'm saying, New Year's Day next year. I mean, sorry for rattling on like this, but sometimes it's hard for me to think. That's why I write stuff down most of the time. Um, no, 2019 was, I guess for some people, it was a crazy time. Probably a really sad time, maybe a depressing time, maybe. But like one person told me, it's what you do in the year, in that day, that makes it what it is. And that's true. You got to, like I said, stay positive. You got to stay positive. If you're always negative, you're going to get negative. It's simple. You don't need a rocket scientist to tell you. It's simple. You think negative, you're going to get negative. That's it. Um, and for those who have diseases and for, and mind problems, I say just battle it, beat it, uh, try and beat the disease, in your mind. Try not to worry about it. Try to take care of yourself as much as possible. Make sure you're right there in the middle of that point and you're keeping yourself good, and just try not to worry about it. Try to put something else in there. I like to think of it like this with my life. I mean, I've got a really good life, honestly. Um, I am helped out by a lot of people, and it's wonderful. I thank them dearly for helping me with so much. I wouldn't be here if they didn't. Honestly, I've helped out people, and it's a wonderful thing. But I think with I think with 2020, I'm gonna be able to really get done a lot of things that I wasn't able to out there. I know some of you will think to yourself, I know some of you are like, well, you know, these things could have probably been already done and this and that, but like a lot of you, sometimes you get that feeling, or you'll go up against something and you'll feel completely after the war or the battle is done and you've won. You kind of just lay on your damn back, you let out a breath, and you pretty much fall asleep. Sometimes mentally, you just fall asleep. You sit in a chair, you don't want to do a damn thing, or you lay in the bed for a day or half a day and you don't want to do shit. You know, it's understandable. Lots of people do it, I'm sure. Um, Sometimes that's the way I feel. I get over a battle and I just go to a chair and I don't do nothing. You know, and that's half of the world. That's not a rare thing. I think almost everybody does that. Either that or they do it a lot. They go through battles and they go through all this bullshit and they tear the walls down. But eventually, at some point, they still go to that bed, or maybe they just throw on some music and say, screw it, I'm listening to some music, or I'm watching a movie, or I'm gonna go sit on my car at the beach and just look at the water, get on my yacht, wherever you are. Get on top of a roof somewhere and, look at the stars, put all this other BS behind me. I'm thinking, you know, and that's a lot of times I'll do. I'll take out a day and I'll just think about stuff. What's my next move? I'm playing freaking chess here. And I think sometimes, that's just an obvious point. That's things that people have to do. Because if you don't, you go nuts and nothing gets done. You have to think about things. You have to. But some people do get into it more than others, and they need to come out of it. You know, and I think 2020 is going to be good. I think it's going to be good for some people, and it's going to be bad for others for obvious reasons. Uh, I think it's obvious reasons. I'm pretty sure, but I think so. I think it's going to be really good for some people, and probably not so good for some people. But I think with the right help and them thinking positive, I think they're going to get through it. I really, I have never gotten the point of people saying, "Well, I survived like 2018. I've survived 2019. I've survived 2020." You know, I know people haven't said to 2020 yet, but you wait, they will. Well, I've survived it. Well, what did you really survive? I mean, you had to live. You know, you had to keep going. It's obvious. Um, Maybe they're talking about insanity. They didn't go insane in 2019. That I can understand. That's true. We didn't go insane. We didn't kick people's ass out in the road. We didn't. We didn't share. We didn't moon people. We didn't throw rocks at cars. That's always a good thing. We didn't shoot anything or anybody. I think that's probably what they're saying. Yeah, we survived 2019 without doing anything really stupid. You know, I can understand that. But honestly, you just have to. You have to survive it. There's no point otherwise. It's like you have to survive that year, no matter what, to keep going. It doesn't matter. Positivity is positivity. If you have it, you're going to go forward, no matter what. If you have negativity, not so much. You're going to get stuck in a rut and you're not going to get nowhere. But like I said, I think that's where the positive comes from, because then you look at 2019 and then you're like, okay, what mistakes did I make? And this is probably one of the things I was trying to say a while ago, but didn't get to it. But it's mostly like this. You look at 2019, then you look at 2020, and it's kind of like being in the boxing ring. You're not sure what the hell's coming, but you're hoping you're being positive that it is. But before you get into that, you look back at 2019 and you think to yourself, okay, I know most of my mistakes. What am I going to do about them? And that's always the question. What are you going to do? Are you going to learn from your mistakes and change what you did, or stay the hell away from whatever that was to begin with and just do something completely new? Or are you going to try and mix and match? My advice is look to what you liked about 2019, and if there was something out of place in it, change it. Change it completely. Um, with these videos, I remember when I did my first YouTube video. It was actually, I think, 6 months ago when I did it, from 12 o'clock tonight to, I can't even remember the date, but it was 6 months ago. I ain't gonna do the math on that, but yeah, it was 6 months ago when I did my very first, and my first one was Resident Evil 6. I was playing the character Sherry Birkin, I think it was, and her partner was Jake Mueller. Albert Wesker, you guys probably don't know what the hell I'm talking about, but it's from the video game Resident Evil 6, and I was playing that, and I thought it'd be so cool because I figured out that you could put music on the actual video, and so I did this perfect. Now the music actually stopped, and then about like 3 to 5 seconds later the video stopped, so it was almost perfect. I timed it almost perfectly, and I didn't even try. This was just done. I just made the video and then I put the music to it, and it was like almost perfect. And I put that video out, and it's still there. I was thinking about deleting it, honestly, but I don't know. I like to think of it as like a video to look back on, of course, and then see how far I've came with being the director of my own videos. See what I've learned, how I went about my videos, and I think it's a nice little learning tool, something to look back on. I probably will never delete a video unless there is some kind of like sort of what do you call it? Some kind of insignificance to it. If there's something that really doesn't need to be in that video, period, then I'll delete it. But most of the time, I always look at my videos and I debate to see whether I'm okay with that getting out. If it's not that bad, if it's entertaining to me, if it makes me laugh, or I'm thinking, yeah, I'd watch this, why not? Then I'll go ahead and I'll post it. But if it's like, I don't know about this video, it's gone. I don't even post it. I delete it, or I'll try and edit it a certain way where I can. Then I'll put out the good parts. But I thought that one video that I made, it's called Resident Evil 6. It's the very first video I ever done on YouTube. It was like 6 months ago, and I feel that I've done fair in my YouTube videos, most of them anyway. I feel I've done pretty fair with it. I've been learning from other YouTubers and all, and I appreciate, they don't know me, but I appreciate their help. Sometimes you just gotta learn from the best, or people that's done it and experienced it. No, I've watched Markiplier, I've watched Jacksepticeye, PewDiePie, and the Rad Brad, and I've learned a lot from them. I will not copy the things that I do, because I believe, like I said, everybody deserves a personality. Everybody should have a certain personality in their videos. So I don't do what they do, but I go on with my own ignorance, as you know. But it is cool occasionally to watch their videos, check out what they've given, what they've done, and kind of think, what can I do? What can I do that I really want to do? And most of the stuff that I do, it's pretty original, especially the collab. I love the collab. That, by the way, I'll talk about this. The clap, the one I do, I'll show you. You probably already know about this, but I was playing The Last of Us. I was playing The Last of Us, and I don't know which video it was on. I'm pretty sure it was The Last of Us, and I don't know which video it was on, part 1, 2, or whatever. But and I kept hitting the record button, and I don't know, for some reason I kept doing something wrong. Like I said, if something just ain't right, or I'm not feeling a certain way, I'll keep trying to make it better, if it's in that direction. So I went ahead and I kept hitting the button, trying to get it right. And I don't know what it is. I guess maybe I got angry and I just went, you couldn't see me do it, but you could hear like a loud in the video, right in the speaker. I did that. I think I was getting like, anxious or something, and I just went like it with my hands. And no shit, I flipped the video. I watched it later to make sure it was something that I wanted to put on YouTube. And as soon as I heard that, it clicked with me. I was like, damn, what? Oh, that was me clapping. I love that. That's cool. And right then I was hooked on that. That's why every time I do a video, I do the clap. I slap my hands real hard together, and then I do the intro. I love that.
This I do. I love that. I love that clap.
It's just it's something just obvious. It's anybody could do it, but it's like one of those classical, you know, um, like I said, anybody can do it, but it just happened, and it was one of those like miracle things. One of my, I guess you call it, one of my original things that I like to do, and it just clicked. It worked for the video, and every single video I've done so far, I try to add that smack in there because it just, oh, it sounds cool. It's like I got some bass, you know. Actually, I figured like this here, just shit like that. It makes me feel like I'm, you know, in person with you guys. I don't know why, it just does. Like I'm getting physical maybe. Hey, wake up. What are you guys doing? You know, something like that. I don't know. But yeah, we got less than an hour before the ball drops in New York, and oh, I wished I had an editor. But no, it really. Oh yeah, I do have one thing though. It's time to get crazy. It's time to become fools. It's time to become fools. The fools that we are. The fools that we have hated when we were. Well, I have no idea. But fools nonetheless. How are you this evening? I probably should have led with this, but it just didn't feel right. uh, so, I have a very important question for all of you. So what? So, the hell was I gonna say? Uh, oh yeah. Uh, are you gonna learn from your mistakes this year? I hope so. Sometimes our mistakes can get us in a shit or a world, a great world of trouble. So we have to learn from our mistakes. So is 2020 going to be is 2020 going to be the day that we arise like the pretty butterflies that we are and we all meet our true destiny? Or will we be smacked unconsciously and horribly mangled under horribly mangled under what's the word for it? Under recognition, whatever the hell that means. Basically, where you can't tell who the hell you are. Basically, yeah. Are we going to do better in 2020, or are we going to do worse in 2020? Are we going to risk it all, or are we going to get it all? Who knows the answer to this question? I don't think anybody really knows. I think it's a matter of playing it year by year. Because as we both know, shit can change in an instant. Yeah, it can. It really can. But yeah, I'm hoping, I don't know, if I'm lucky enough, I might be able to follow you into the year. As in, like, through that. But I think family's gonna want to, all together, and that's cool. Every family should. I'm waiting for that. Even though I'd like to share it with you guys as well, I gotta have my fun. I gotta have my cake and eat it too. Okay, but I will be, if I get the chance, if I'm not having too much fun, I will make a video, 1 or 1:30. It may be even sooner than that. I don't know. It depends on how crazy shit gets over here, but I will. And if I'm unable to upload this video when I'm supposed to be able to, I will do it the day after. So unfortunately, you may not get this video. I mean, it's not like it's that important. But if it's not, or if I can't, I will try and upload it the very next day. Okay? But like I said, I never know how to end these. I probably look like a damn fool. But you know what? This is how I look on the inside. Every day. Actually, it's probably how a lot of people look. But that's okay. Because it's not what's on the outside that counts. It's what's on the inside. And sometimes it takes fools, it takes insanity to get going in this world. I mean, let's face it. If we didn't take some of the risks that we've taken before, we would have never got anywhere. I mean, if we hadn't have seen that woman in the world, that special person in the world, and we didn't go with her, we didn't be with her, we wouldn't have had the children, we wouldn't have had the extra family, we wouldn't have nobody to love, So sometimes it's good to risk things, risk love, risk yourself, Just don't do anything mortally stupid. Don't try to jump off of a building and say, hey, I'm Superman, I wonder if I can fly, especially while you're drunk. But don't do that. Be good to yourself, Have fun, dance with your family, hug your kids. And of course, give the hugs and kisses to everybody, You gotta love people. Can't hate them, I know family members probably bicker and bite and get angry at each other. I still look like this. I'm looking at myself in this device, and it's messed up. Along with Iron Man over there, the Cars, Superman, the Hunger Games, which I'm gonna have to figure out a way to position that so everybody can see it instead of my big ass head. But I could just point to it. My Walking Dead stuff, which I was meaning to change that around. I may do that in my next video. But yeah, you can't see my cone head, can you? Yeah, look at that. But anyway, yeah, I can do that, can't I? But anyway, so in the end, it's question time. Think about think about the best thing you're going to do in 2020. Hug everybody. Give them a big kiss for me. Have a good one. I love you all. Thank you for your support. And have a good night.